did you come up with the question and then have to figure out what the answer is?
Yeah,
Yes?
yeah. I came up with a question and I had to figure out the answer.
So how does that process work? Because you think to yourself,
Panic.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Zach, it is an honor, man. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I got a big question to start out with because I cannot figure out why. I can't articulate it well enough, but the grainy security footage of kids running down the street disturbs me in a way that I can't wrap my brain around. I don't know what it is that image freaks me out. Clearly, you know why, because
No.
I'm sort of
I
curious,
don't know
like,
why.
what is it about that? Because that was some of the first footage of the movie we saw, were those kids running down the street from the Ring cameras. Why is that such an unsettling image?
Well, I think it's the posture, right? I think the posture, it begs a question, but we don't even really understand the question.
Right.
And so I think that's it. You know, it's like there's something is missing here, and some logic is wrong. And also, you know, grainy footage in the dark, you know, it's scary. Anything could be like right in front of you, you couldn't see it. So anytime you have like, you know, a limiting of information, the mind is able to kind of spiral.
So you brought up questions and answers, and I kind of have a chicken or the egg question for you, because going into this movie, we all want to know what happened to these kids. And it's a great question.
Yeah.
The answer itself, which obviously we're not going to talk about,
Yeah.
is also incredible. So I'd love to know, did you come up with the question and then have to figure out what the answer is?
Yeah,
Yes?
I came up with a question and I had to figure out the answer.
So how does that process work? Because you think to yourself,
Panic.
Do you start writing without, because I know Stephen King sometimes says.
Exactly. You're a paleontologist unearthing the dinosaur skeleton one bone at a time, and you don't know what the dinosaur is.
How long in the process did you figure
best.
out what the answer was?
About midway through, I had an idea.
Was it the same thing with Barbarian?
Yeah. Barbarian, I was like, I have no idea. I didn't know there was a lady under the house until she appeared under the house.
Come on!
I did not know. I just hand to God.
Yeah. What is that moment like when you're sitting there, either typing or pen to paper, and that thing hits?
All right, well,
what
with
is that
Barbarian,
moment
I thought, well, it's over. Like, I have disqualified everything I've written up to this point. But I loved it so much, I was like, this is the only way this could end, and yet this is never gonna make it, you know? And I was cool with that. I was like, all right, that's the end. It's a 45-minute short film with a weird ending. I love it. It's not a movie. It's not a short. It's just a fun thing I did in my garage. Then I was like, but what if I came back through another window into the same? So that was like a fun, it was really fun, but it was also kind of like daunting. And with weapons, when I had the idea in the middle, it was relief. Because I was like, I think I might be wasting my time. If I don't come up with a good reason, this is trash.
Right.
And I have so many scripts that are that. You know, I have so many scripts where I'm like, I got a great one, but I don't know. I just don't know.
Wow.
And with this one, I was like, I think I got it. I think I got something, but I got it. And then when I got the thought, I was like, it was just like I've shed 1,000 pounds.
I as someone who loved the answer to the question, I thank you for that.
Thank you.
So
thank you.
So then I want to go to the opposite end of the spectrum, because for you answer this question and it's brilliant, but there's a lot of stuff that I would argue is left unanswered. There are a lot of questions that I walked away going, I can't even reveal what the question is, but things that I was left wondering more about.
Is it like the thing in the sky?
Thing in the sky, or even the family relationship to an aunt that comes along. How do you decide what's enough? Like, I've given you enough. I don't want to, because I'm a big believer that to explain too much can ruin things.
It lances the fear.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's better to let people have their own interpretations of these things, and I don't know. It makes it a more personal experience as a viewer, I think, if like you have to kind of plug some gaps.
Yep.
And like your version of the movie is going to be different than your wife's version of the movie. And I think that's fun. You know, when I watch a David Lynch film, it's all unanswered questions, and that's why I'm so drawn to it. You know, I'll watch Mulholland Drive 100 times because every time I watch it, I have a different idea of what I'm
see it 100 different movies.
Is going. Yeah, exactly. And so that's great. Why would I have to stitch everything up? It would ruin it.
I just got chills.
Yeah.
If you can't tell, I love this
Thank
movie.
you.
I love you.
Thank
You're
you.
like one of my favorite. Horror is my favorite genre. It's why I love
me
movies.
too.
So
Thank you. Thank you.
Is that Amy Madigan?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I know.
my God.
People now. going. We don't need roads.